Hey everybody, welcome back to Cleartalk. On this episode, I dive deep into the 5 skills I think you should be learning right now in quarantine. Then I go into how to create exciting content in an industry that's boring. And then I finish off with which one I think is more important, skills or character. Enjoy the show. Welcome back to Clear Talk. My name is Armin Shafi. I'm your host. This is the #1 show for entrepreneurs who need clarity. And you guys ask your questions at askarmin.com, and I'm here to answer them, help you guys out, give some perspective, guide you towards the right direction to achieve your goals in your life and in your business. Look, if you're on YouTube right now and you like content on entrepreneurialism and how to achieve your goals faster, develop leadership in your life, then hit that subscribe button and hit that little notification bell, because sometimes YouTube forgets to tell you that I just came out with a new video. Also, if you're on Instagram, make sure you share this and send this to somebody so that they can get on the show and start asking questions themselves and get clear on things that they need clarity on. And if you're on Facebook, real quick share challenge, hit that share button right now so that more people can hop on and we could have a better time and we could have some fun about any questions you guys have on how to achieve your goals and grow your business and find your purpose in life, whatever it is that you're looking for right now to get clear on. So, if you guys are watching this, hit that like button as well, that share button. Just support if you can. We do this for you guys. We don't need to. We don't get paid for this. We literally go live every single Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern time to answer questions that you guys have about your business, about your life. And we have many breakthroughs, people watching. I still love the fact that I get so many cool messages from people, from you guys, from watching the show and saying, thank you so much for this part, I had to hear this, I had to hear this. So that's why I kind of do it, But yeah, today we're going to hop right into the questions. And I'm excited to answer them. So, got my tea here. I have been drinking, by the way, I drank coffee a couple times, but it wasn't coffee, it was decaf. So, I'm doing decaf now. Decaf is, I know it still has caffeine in it for all my friends who are going to be anal about. It's not a detox, it's not a caffeine detox. No. It's just less caffeine. That was the goal. So, yeah, I'm excited. I had a great weekend too. It's been beautiful in Canada, in Toronto. Great weather. It's just amazing. Lauren, we got Lauren here behind the bars, behind the laptops, the screens. Lauren's gonna be asking the questions. We got Isaiah manning the booth, manning the booth, and we got Imad looking good, right there. Remember that one time? Remember the first ever episode of why are you watching soccer? Remember that first ever episode? He's sitting there with his computer. I'm like, Imad's just watching soccer right now during the show. I'm excited, man. It's going to be a good show. Can you do me a favor? Be on one of the social platforms? Yeah, you're okay. Perfect. So you're on Facebook, and then I have Instagram. I have eyes on Instagram. What's up, everybody? Gazelle's on. We got a lot of weird names on that I can't read. So thank you, Weird Names, for coming on. We got a lot of people on Facebook as well. Welcome. YouTube, make sure you subscribe, okay? Subscribe. I'm going to bring you more information, more content, more golden nuggets for you guys to use in your business. And I'm doing it absolutely free. This channel is for you if you're an entrepreneur looking to build your own business or building your own business and want to take it to the next level. So I'm excited. To get into the questions. Is there anything else I'm missing? That's all the points, right? Okay, let's get into the questions. What's the first one?
Yeah. What are the top 5 high-paying skills you believe every aspiring entrepreneur should be learning during quarantine?
Wow, that's good. I'm wondering why the person said 5. Why not just 1? Listen, you can't learn 5 skills at the same time. Okay? Don't try to do that. Don't try to learn 5 skills at the same time, because you'll get really bad at all of them. I'll tell you the top 1 skill every entrepreneur during quarantine. Quarantine's over now? Is it over? Is it it's still going on?
There's
I'm in my own world. Huh?
2 weeks.
2 weeks left?
Done. Yeah.
They'll probably just tell you a day before that's another 2 months. And I've learned from the government, bring it in slow, one at a time. Just 14 days. No, now it's just 2 months. Now it's just a whole year. Now it's 18 months, So if you're still in quarantine, you want to learn how to optimize it. I've learned a lot of things. I learned how to run ads, for example, in my business on my own time, and it's paying off. I'll tell you this. It depends on where you're at in your business, right? But let me make a list. I don't know if it's 5, but let me make a list of the things I would say you would need to learn how to do, and you can use quarantine to learn how to do that. Number 1 is selling. Okay, pick up a Tom Hopkins book. Take on an online sales course. Learn how to sell. It's important. If you don't know how to sell, you can't really do anything. There's a Napoleon Hill book, a really good book called Sell Your Way Through Life, or Sell Yourself, one of the two. Yeah, it's Napoleon Hill book. Yeah, Isaiah's like Napoleon Hill, when he built Think and Grow Rich, when he published it, the first thing he did is he went to companies like dealerships and taught salespeople how to sell using the law of success. Come on, man.
No.
You didn't know that?
I didn't
That's
know
one of the first ways he made his fortune. Like, he sold sales training courses to salespeople based on the law of success. So, yeah, man. So pick up a sales book and start reading. Learn how to sell. And first use the selling to sell yourself on what you do, then sell others. You got to learn how to sell. If you don't know how to sell, you will stay mediocrely poor your whole life. In terms of money, you will never make a lot of money without learning how to sell. Even if you think like, well, man, I have a job. Even if you have a job that makes you $1 million, you got to sell yourself to that employer to pay you that $1 million to have that job. It doesn't matter who you are, right? So learn how to sell, number one. Then second, I would tell you to learn how to do marketing. And what I mean by that is like how to advertise, how to put out an ad, it's a really good skill to learn actually, how to put out an ad, or how to make posts or write things, like write content that gets people to want to listen to you, work with you. I would say learning, selling, learning marketing, and a part of marketing is like copywriting, learning how to write, posts that make money, and the template of how you sell. And I think I've given on other episodes. It's episode 21 right now. It's episode 21. Does that mean we're at, how many months is that?
6.
Exactly on the dot?
Yeah.
No.
January.
Every 4 is a month, right?
Yeah.
4, 8 is 2 months. 16, that's 4 months.
6th month. Just started the 6th month.
We just started the 6th month? Is it the 6th month?
First week of the 6th month.
Yeah.
Hold up. 16 is 4 months. 20 is, the episode 20 was the 5th month.
Yeah.
So no, we're in the
First
5th month
week
right
of
now.
the 6th month.
No, we're in the 5th month right now.
21st episode.
Oh, we're in the 6th month.
Yeah.
Wow.
6 month anniversary.
For anyone who's been watching since day one, shout out to you. Thank you for being here with us. You've seen this thing evolve and grow. Selling, I would say go learn how to sell. Go learn how to do marketing, copywriting, building a funnel. Go to ClickFunnels. Listen, I'm not getting paid for this. If you want to build a business, whether online or offline, go to this website called clickfunnels.com. Okay, just go to clickfunnels.com. Clickfunnels.com. Sign up for the $97 a month membership, okay? And watch their videos and learn how to build a funnel. If you don't know how to build a funnel, you can't build a business. Okay? Not in today's world. Like, you can, but it'll just be harder. My entire business is built off funnels. I use ClickFunnels. So learn how to build a funnel. That's marketing, right? You build a funnel, you send people to it, the funnel does all the work for you. It's so good. Why would you not want to learn that? Right? Or else you got to do the old-fashioned way of cold prospecting and cold calling and all this crap. I run ads to one funnel, they watch one presentation, and they join my business. They work with me. They hire me. They become a client. That's the greatest business ever. All I focus on now is getting my ads to get more people seeing it and clicking. That's it. So go learn marketing. Third skill I would tell you to learn is I wouldn't say communication, because sales is communication. So if you learn how to sell, you'll communicate better. But the third thing I'll tell you how to do is learn how to manage your mind. This is a skill. It's a skill. Go pick up Think and Grow Rich and finish the book during quarantine. That would change your life. Just so you know, when people work in my team, the requisite to be in my team is you have to know Think and Grow Rich. So even if you start and you don't, you have to read it before you start anything with me. So there's a reason for that. The reason for it is I can't work with you if you don't have the right mind. I just can't. I don't know how to talk to you if you don't know the language of thinking the right way, thinking in a successful way. And there are principles to that. Specifically, law of success from Napoleon Hill is 15 principles, right? 15 principles. 16? No. It's not 16. It's 15. Yeah, it's 15.
I remember it as 13.
It's a law of success in 15 lessons. Yeah. I know because I wrote a book called The Law of Leadership in 15 Lessons 5 years ago, and I never published it. I was totally modeling because I love Napoleon, but I didn't publish it because obvious copyrights. The Law of Leadership in 15 Lessons is what I called it. It's actually really good. But it's 15. It's 15. 16, 17, doesn't matter. I didn't finish the word. We're going strong, no swearing for a long time. Okay, so I'm saying it doesn't matter. Law of Success, 15 lessons. Think and Grow Rich is 13 principles. So if you read that, you'll learn how to organize your mind. And read it till the end. Don't read the first 2 chapters and go, oh, I'm a thinking rich person. No, you're not. You're not thinking rich person. Until you read the book 3 times over and over again and actually practice it, and you can like recite your goal to me. You can recite the self-confidence formula. You can tell me exactly what each principle is about. You can tell me what the ultimate purpose of TGR is. You're not a TGR student. Don't call yourself that. Okay? You're just trying to get credit for something you're not yet. You haven't earned it. So, yeah, I would learn how to sell, learn how to do marketing, learn how to manage your mind. Think and Grow Rich. Go read that book. Think and Grow Rich. I'm not talking about consciousness and dimensions and realities and levels of frequency. No. I'm not talking about going and listening to Joe Dispenza. Joe Dispenza is great, but that's not what I'm talking about. Learning how to manage your mind. Now, I'm not saying go listen to Eckhart Tolle, The New Earth, and how to like be present. I'm not talking about that. That is not managing your mind. Managing your mind is to directly take your mind and energy and push it towards a goal in your life so that you progress and grow yourself. That only happens, from my experience, through Napoleon Hill's work. Everything else around the mind is really like sideways learning. Like you're not really learning it for an indefinite purpose. You're just learning it because it sounds cool and it's really cool to know that your mind has different consciousnesses and subconscious. But for what are you using this for? The first principle of thinking, which is desire. The very starting point of learning how to control your mind and have self-control and organize your mind and manage it is by having a goal. Like you need to be definite in your life. And so, I've studied a lot of different people in the spiritual world, and many of them glance over the definite purpose part of your life. Makes no sense to me. It's like me telling you a bunch of philosophies around how to drive sports cars, but you never know where you're driving to. Like, why would I give you a sports car, teach you all these things about how sports cars work if you don't know why you're driving it or where you're going? So, that's the third skill I would tell you to do. Fourth skill. What's a fourth skill you can pick up? First of all, I would never pick up more than 1 skill or 2 skills at a time. So this is, by nature, I wouldn't advise you to even do 5 skills in no matter how much time you got, because it takes years to get good at 1 skill. I know many of you don't want to hear this because you hope that you can do things overnight or over 3 to 6 months. Like, it doesn't work that way. A real skill is developed over time. Even if you learned how to do it overnight, you still haven't developed the skill. I'll give you an example. Bruce Lee. Jet Li. Jet Li's an actor. He played good movies, though. Bruce Lee is known famously for practicing the same punch over and over and over and over again. And whether it was him or someone else, I think it was him, who said, I'm not afraid of the man who knows 10,000 different punches. I'm afraid of the man who knows 1 punch 10,000 times. And what that simply means is that even if you know how to punch, you still haven't learned how to punch. You know how to punch. Conceptually, you understand what to do, like take your arm out, shut your back, whatever, right? Just twist your hips. But until you've done it 10,000 times, and that's just a number. My point is, until you've done it for a long enough period where it's muscle memory now, you're not really a dangerous person in fighting. So similarly in business, if you haven't done 1 skill over and over and over again until it's muscle memory, until like, I know how to get on the show and not have to think and just do. I know how to get on a stage and not have to think and just talk. Like, I know how to speak, engage, have fun, make jokes. Like, I know how to do that because I spent years. I sucked in the beginning of speaking. I sucked at it. Okay, I didn't start good. I started with courage. I was able to go up there and still deliver. But I sucked at public speaking. And after a year and a half, 2 years, and now only recently when I speak, my team says like, holy crap, you've transformed. Like, it's so much better now than it was a year ago. And like, I'm still in the 4th year of speaking. So I keep getting better. It becomes muscle memory. I just get on stage and I can do, right? That takes years, guys. Like, real skill development takes years. And pray to God that it never takes anything shorter, because what would life be like if everything was done in weeks or months? It would literally be so short. You probably like 30 years old in your life, have learned all the skills you possibly can, and like you're like bored now. So it's good that nature has created laws that take time for us to actually develop real things in life. So I wouldn't tell you to do 5 skills, but if you had to choose from one of these 5, I would say this: sales, learning how to sell, learning how to do marketing, ads, and funnels, learning how to manage your mind. First of all, this should be first. Learning how to manage your mind should be first, because your business is dependent on you. Just so you know. Okay, that's the priority first. I only got to all these other things after I learned how to manage my mind. So I'll put that first. Like, manage your mind, learn selling, learn marketing. The 4th skill that'd be very important to learn. 4th skill. So many skills. Yeah, I would just say those three actually. I'll really say three. Because like there's other ones, but they're not as important. If you learn how to manage your mind, learn how to sell and do marketing, you can build a company any size you want. Because the rest of it will come to you. These are like the core things. If you know how to manage your mind, you can organize yourself to become a CEO in a business. Number one. If you learn how to sell, you can get people to work for you. You can get clients to pay you to work with you. You can get yourself to keep going and persist, right? With selling, you can learn how to communicate, lead. Selling is really leadership too. I got to sell my team 24/7 to be here and want to work and sell them on their own future, on my future, right? Like, so selling becomes leadership, communication, persuasion. Then if you learn how to market, do marketing, you learn how to get that selling message into the marketplace, out into the world, people who don't know you. Those three things are the core things you need to know. So, but if I were to say two other things, I can't believe I forgot this one. If I would say a fourth one, learn how to exercise and eat. That's a skill. Learn how to exercise. Look up YouTube videos for free. You can literally look up YouTube videos. A lot of people give free value on how to exercise at home. I've been exercising at home. It's great. Like, I almost forgot there's a gym. Like, I don't need a gym anymore. Learn how to exercise and eat well. That's a skill. Learning how to eat well, or actually build nutritious meals, and learn how to do that. And then also learn how to exercise. Those are two very key skills. Like, learn fitness. That's a skill. Like, learning how to take care of your body is a skill. You don't just know. It's not common sense. And even if it is, it's not common practice. You don't do it. Taking care of your health and your body is a very, very secret hack in my eyes to building a very successful business. Yeah, 100%. That's like, I've been convinced of this. Like, I saved my life from depression 6 months ago because I took control of my health. My health is where I kind of went into the battlefield, and I learned how to control my mind. Because when it's hard, when it's so tough to keep going in a rep or keep going in a set, it builds something in you. It builds a character in you, and that helps in your business. Fifth skill. Sorry. So number 1 is managing your mind. Number 2 is selling. Number 3 is marketing. And number 4 is fitness and health. Learn that skill. Learn how to exercise and how to eat right. Take time to learn that. Fifth skill. This is a spiritual one. Learn how to meditate. That's a good one. You got time anyways. Learn how to just sit there and do nothing. I think this is a very powerful skill to learn. It's a skill. It is a skill. Powerful skill. Learn how to sit there for an hour and do nothing but just be there. If you could do that, then you'll have incredible control over your own mind and over yourself, and that'll help you in life. Those are the 5 skills I would say. If you're going to choose one, though, like, you're not learning anything within months, at least unless it's one thing. Like, you're not. So choose one. My 6th bonus skill: learn how to focus and not do 5 skills at a time. That's my bonus skill. It's a hack to all of this. Learn how to focus. That is a skill. Learn how to prioritize time and budget time. I did a training for an online event called Impact Academy, the Empowerment Forum, ran by a few friends of mine. I was invited to speak, and I did a 20-minute training on how to focus. And so I showed that, how to manage your time in a way where you put your time gives you the best results out of it, right? Your return on time invested, your ROTI. I say it in Indian because I love roti. Right? Your ROTI, okay? Your ROTI, return on time invested, not money, time invested. And you won't learn how to focus. So, if you don't know how to focus, go learn how to focus. Learn how to budget time and money and stuff, That's good, But I'm just giving you 5 different things that I would say is important to learn. You might find something that I might have forgot something totally that could have been good for you. So, anyways, that's my answer to the question. We got a lot of people on Instagram right now and Facebook. We got a lot of comments on Facebook. Is there any questions on Facebook? Because I can't read it from here. You mind?
No, not.
Is there comments?
There is one question. How's the book The Science of Getting Rich by Anup Thamoon?
What's the question?
How's the book The Science of Getting Rich?
I haven't read it. A good friend of mine, Nathan, has read it, and he swears on his life that it's one of the greatest books of all time. So, and I trust him. He literally loves reading. So he's read a lot of books. Science of Getting Rich is good. I would just say it's just a different version of Think and Grow Rich. To me, listen, I've been reading Think and Grow Rich for the last couple of years. I don't read anything else. I sometimes every now and then read something else, a marketing book, something. But in terms of my personal growth, I am not moving on from Think and Grow Rich until I've genuinely believed that I've done all the steps. Like, some of you read a book and you think you know it now. You know nothing. Nothing. You haven't even begun to understand the concept of the book. You think you know. That's the dangerous part. And so you read a library full of books, and then meanwhile your life still looks the same, and you're like, what happened? Well, because you didn't really read any books. You just read a bunch of information, did nothing with it. So to me, I'm like, I'm still practicing like a few principles in Think and Grow Rich on a daily basis. That takes months for me to even understand if I'm even doing it right. So I haven't read anything else other than I've read about maybe 50 books, on personal development personally. I've read hundreds of books, like 50 on personal development that I would say is like, that I have like a little bookshelf thing on my iPhone, so I could go back and check. But I've read a lot of books over the last 6-7 years. But the reason why I've read so many, like so few books, like 50 books in 6-7 years, that's not a lot of books, Armin. CEOs read a book a day, like relax. No, they don't. I don't know any CEO that reads a book a day. I know a lot of CEOs that are really rich. They don't have time to read a book a day. They don't have time to read a book a week. Okay, those are like, if you're looking at billionaires, yeah, see what they were doing when they were 25. They weren't reading a book a week. I promise you that. Okay, you didn't earn to live like a billionaire. You don't be doing no like Bill Gates 1 week think weeks every month. You haven't earned that. Don't pretend like you have time to read a book, like a whole week of books. It's not a bad thing. I'm just saying, like, if you're reading a week of books, you better not be reading for the next 2 years of your life, just implementing everything you just learned. That's what I'm trying to say. I've read so few books because when I read a book, guys, I spend months implementing it. I don't understand how you guys are reading books back to back and filling your mind with all this information. What are you doing with it? Like, that blows my mind. I read one book. Listen to me. I'm gonna give you a little secret here, okay? 4 years ago when I started Reborn, I came back from Tony Robbins' seminar and I was inspired. I'm like, this changed my life. I want to help other people change their life through seminars. So get this. I literally picked up one book. It was Tony Robbins' book, Unlimited Power. Okay? Tony Robbins' Unlimited Power book. That is an encyclopedia for life coaching. I'll tell you that. Okay? I read the book. I went like word for word in it, highlighted, studied. I took all his exercises. He taught me how to do them myself from the one book. That one book is what became Reborn. Like, I used what I learned there to help coach my clients. I didn't take a life coaching program. I didn't take a certification. I didn't take courses. Nothing. I was broke. I didn't have money. So all I did was take this one book. And for the next 6 to 12 months, I built a 6-figure coaching business off that one book. Some of you guys are reading a book a minute. Great. Good for you. What's your life look like? That's my question. You don't got time to implement if you're always reading. I don't always read, by the way. You guys are like, you have to read every day. Sure. Sometimes I don't read. You know why? Because I'm doing what I read. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't read this today. I didn't read this morning. I just read my goals. I wrote in my gratitude journal. I came to the office. Thinking Grow Rich is read that. I don't have time to read. I'm like, I'm going to go to the work. Why? Because I'm going to the business and implementing the stuff that Think and Grow Rich is teaching me. So, don't just be jumping book to book to book. It doesn't work. You got to learn how to implement. So I've read so few books. I've only read maybe 50 books in the last 6-7 years of my life. Maybe more. I don't know. But it's not more than 100. I know that. Over the last 7 years. And you know what? Maybe a dozen of them I genuinely produced real results out of. And that was enough to be where I am today. Just a dozen of the books that I read. I did what it taught me. And I'm here. So you guys got to stop reading. Stop reading. Go start doing. Okay. Stop reading and start doing. Like, seriously, you don't need to, this is the same thing with courses. I have people that go on sales calls with me for my company, and they're like, oh, I just bought these courses, that courses, this course. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm like, well, yeah, that's like going to a food court and buying 12 different meals and not knowing which one to eat first, and then trying to eat all of it. Then you get sick. Then you're saying they're like, I have too much to eat. Well, yeah. Would you ever overfeed yourself with 12 different meals from different places? No, then you miss the whole point of eating. First of all, you don't get full because you get nauseous, sick, whatever. Second of all, you don't even get to enjoy one of the taste of the foods because you have so many tastes, you just overwhelmed your stomach. You overwhelmed your taste buds, everything. Your mind's the same way. You can't go to 15 different courses in 1 month. What the hell are you doing? It's funny because 3 years ago, the same year that I built my coaching business off the Unlimited Power book from Tony Robbins, and I grew my skill because that's how I started, and then I learned new stuff. But that's how I started. It took me 6 months. I didn't read anything else. I just kept going back to that book and rereading things and learning it and doing it. And I used it to change my life first, and I did it for my clients, and it was amazing. But then I took courses. Like I made money, and I bought courses. So I bought a lot of courses. I bought like 6 seminars in like one package. And you know what happened? I went to these seminars with a lot of different people, and I don't know where these people are today. Like, what are they doing? I was like, maybe a few of them I know they're doing something like kind of big. I don't know. As far as I know, like I'm the only one who took what I learned and did something with it. And that's sad to me because like I met hundreds of people in these seminars I went to. And you know, I went to one seminar, and I went to this one seminar. They taught me how to build, how to do my seminars properly, like how to sell from stage. So I learned that. The week after, I sold $9,500 from stage, doing what they taught me in the course. I'm blown away. Like, what did everyone else do? Like, did you take the course just to learn stuff and leave, or did you take it to get a result? So, you know, I want to make $10,000 from the $5,000 seminar I bought the week before, and I did what they taught me. And then for like the next 2 years, I didn't take any other courses on how to sell from stage or how to run seminars. Guess what? You know why? I was too busy building a seminar business. That's the key here, guys. For the next 2 years, I built a whole seminar business. I made my Reborns better, right? Then I built the Elite Speakers Academy. And I started teaching people like what I was learning and while I was doing it. So I didn't take another seminar for so long. Like, I'll probably take like a seminar a year. Honestly, I'll probably take like a course a year. My first year, I took like 3 or 4 different courses in one shot. I realized I only needed one of them. That's what built my business. The next year, I took Think and Grow Rich as a course. I didn't know it was a course. I bought it. I wanted to go to Think and Grow Rich. You know, I worked with Satish, so I went and took that. That was the course of the year for me then. That's what transformed me, right? I didn't go to any other courses. Did I? No, because I was doing, Think and Grow Rich was the course that year. I just took that course. And I just kept taking it over and over again because we were teaching and selling it. Then 2019, the next year, I only went to one course. And I think it was like, I don't remember. I went to like one course. I don't even remember. That's how vague it is. I was too busy being like, I was traveling in Malaysia. I was doing Reborn in Malaysia in May. And then I was teaching Thinking Over in Texas in March. And like I was in the tour from Malaysia in January. I was too busy doing what I learned. You know what I mean? Like I was too busy doing what I learned. So, and this year, and then at the end of last year, I bought an online coaching program. So it's kind of like a course, right? And that's what's helped me build my business now. All the experts I hired in the programs I bought it to get a result. So now I'm doing it. I have not looked at any other online courses, nothing. I took one and I'm building my business. Now I'm busy building my business. Probably it'll be another year from now when I want to buy another course or pick up another new book, right? I'm only going to now pick up a new book, actually. I'm going to read Russell Brunson's Traffic Secrets. I want to see what it is, because I've read the other two. It's really good. So, but I'm reading it for what? That's like aside from TJR. I'm reading TJR, but I'm also going to read that so I can learn some new marketing things so I know how to grow my business. Guys, you guys don't just learn to learn, okay? That's not that like learning is a good thing, or what is it? If you're not growing, you're dying. Growth is not about reading or learning more information. The more you know, it doesn't mean you're going to do more. The more you do is the more you grow, not the more you learn. You learn better when you do things. You don't learn better when you learn things. Maybe that's just me though. I was in high school. I was like, I'm an application learner. Like throw me into an exercise, I'll do something, I'll learn, or show me how it's done, I'll learn. But I don't like. How do you guys take all this information overload and then like expect to do something with it? So, gotta learn how to focus. I'm seeing a lot of comments and stuff. Can you read them for me?
Yeah,
on Facebook.
On Facebook.
Yeah, what's going on Facebook?
So, a couple of people. Hey Armin, that's Arvin, Jessica.
What's up, Arvin? Hey, Jess.
Anoop.
Yeah.
And he also suggests that Outwitting the Devil, Definiteness of Purpose, the books that he's reading.
Yeah, Outwitting the Devil. Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah.
Melissa says hi.
Hi, Melissa.
Jason Lane says, first is manage your mind, manage your time, learn to sell, learn to funnel, learn to stay mentally and physically fit.
Yeah, thanks, Jason. Thanks for typing out for me.
Jennifer Wong, can be multiple tangents, but each task at each specific time, that is focus one at a time.
Yeah.
Basically.
No, not multiple tasks. Have one task at a time. Do not try to multitask. Don't. Stop it. You're not going to get anywhere. And look, like, don't take my opinion. Look at your own life. Did it work? If not, listen to what I'm saying. If it is working, great. Like, I'll come learn from you. How are you doing it? But no multitasking. That is a flawed concept. There's no such thing as multitasking. The best you could do is like listen to music as you work. But that's not multitasking. Like you should be tasking one thing at a time. Tasking one thing at a time. If you guys want to learn how to focus, I'll give you a book. This book changed the way I work. Go and buy Deep Work by Cal Newport. Go and buy Deep Work by Cal Newport. CalNuwport, Cal Newport. It's called Deep Work. Read that book. I read it twice before I implemented it because I wanted to understand it. He studied people, the greatest people in history, innovators, inventors, and he realized that they learned how to isolate themselves, and he teaches you how to do that so that their brain could actually get to a flow state called deep work. And so that's how I work now. I don't try to do anything but the one thing I'm doing. So make sure you learn that. Yeah, what else do we got?
Jason says 3 steps to reading: understand, comprehend, and apply the information to your life.
Yeah, understand, comprehend, for sure. Yeah, Jason, that's the way you read.
Jason also says that when you're speaking the truth, everyone listens closely.
Yeah.
Jennifer says mind, sale, marketing, fitness, healthy food, be active, and mindfulness.
Yeah, mindfulness. Yeah, meditation, being present, essentially, focusing on brain.
And she also says learn and do it and cycle it. Music and working.
Yeah. Any other comments?
Not on Facebook.
Cool. What's up, everyone on Instagram? If you guys are saying something, let me know. And Facebook, thanks for engaging. Thanks for being here. On Instagram, listen, if you're on YouTube right now, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Again, if you like content, if you're enjoying the show, if you like this content, if you want more direction, guidance, mentorship on how to grow your own business, how to become an entrepreneur, or take it to the next level, hit that subscribe button, hit that little notification bell so that YouTube could let you know when I bring out new videos. If you're on Instagram, send this to somebody. Maybe they might need to hear it. If you're on Facebook, hit that share button because every time you do, this word gets out more and more people get to get clear in their businesses. And hit that like button as well. It helps with the algorithms, gets more people to watch it, and we can ask more questions. By the way, if you have a question you want me to answer on the show live, if you want me to answer your question, shout you out on live on the show every Monday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time, then just simply go to askarmin.com, submit your question there, and once you do, we'll answer it on the show on the next episode when we go live. What's the next question, Lauren?
If you're not in an exciting industry, even a sad one like funeral services, how can you make great content online still? With COVID, I don't want to post anything insensitive.
I wouldn't know. Maybe I'm biased because I feel like my industry is exciting. So I don't know if I've ever been in a boring industry. Do you have something to say, Imad?
I mean, I guess you're trying to fill in the need for someone else.
Yeah.
So when you're marketing someone, it doesn't mean that you market it to everyone.
Yeah, it's
you
true.
market to the right target.
Yeah. Read the question one more time.
Yeah. If you're not in an exciting industry, even a sad one like funeral services, how can you make great content online still? So like social media.
So great content, that's subjective. Whether your industry is exciting or not, that's subjective. What you're doing is you're trying to perceive it, like you're choosing to think about it that way. Like, who said funeral industry isn't exciting? Who said that? Like, I mean, that's a little weird. Like, people dying, but who said that? You know what? I had one person, a friend actually I know that, a person that attended one of my seminars early on. They got into the funeral service, and every time I asked them like, "How are you doing?" They were so excited. They're like, "You know what? It's so great. I get to help these people transition with the lost loved ones in their life, and it's so exciting because I get to help another family." Being able to deal with the transition, the grief, and sometimes I get to learn so much from watching different families, lose people and like how they react, and so that person's excited about their job, and they're a funeral, like what is it called, in funeral homes when they're the person who like helps conduct it all. I don't know the name either. If you guys know the name, post it down below and comment down below. By the way, let me know. So she's excited. Right? And so if she made content, she would probably make it really inspiring content. It's like great content is up to you. It's up to how you look at it. It's not like there's no like universal truth to what great content is. There's no universal truth to what industry is great. It's what I'm trying to tell you. It's subjective what you're saying. What you're asking is like, it's like saying, how do I like eat great food? Like, how do I find great food to eat? I don't know. What's great to you? And what if you just are looking at every food bad, and so it's not great because you don't want to make it great. So my answer really is change the way you look at this. Okay, your industry is exciting, whatever industry it is. If you bring the excitement to it, If you bring the excitement to the industry, it'll become exciting. Everything was not something before it became something. So you could be the person that make it the thing. You know what I'm saying? Is that...
Jason says putting the fun in funeral for over 57 years. From your perspective.
He's in the funeral services?
No, he's just making a pun.
Putting the fun in funeral. Oh my God, that's great. Someone take that. There you go. Great content right there. You can use that in a market thing. We put the fun in funeral. It's a little weird though. I mean,
as long as you're speaking with respect to whom you're helping.
Yeah,
the content always is about helping someone. It can't be bad.
Imagine you show up, they're like, howdy partner, what's going on? Let's bury your dad, you know? Oh my God. Yeah, because I remember when I was going to a funeral home with my dad, I'm laughing because this example was a funeral home. I'm pretty sure the question has nothing to do with funerals, but we're on the topic of funerals. When I was burying my dad, right, the person looked like a zombie themselves. Like, they've been working there for so long. This person, like, I think they gave up their soul to work there. Because the person was like a statue. Like, so how do you want to do this? Da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. And we're like, wow, this is really exciting. And then I met another person working on the staff that, like, walked us to the place to choose where we want to bury him. And they were so happy. They're like, you know, we asked questions about them. We're like, how come the Chinese put their tombstones facing like east or whatever? And they're like, oh, it's the feng shui of it. And I'm like, wow, that's so interesting. And she was so excited about her job. She was teaching us so much. So like, it's really about your attitude towards your job, right? So if you're in an industry that's not exciting, make it exciting. That's my answer. Make it exciting. How? You become exciting about it. Find the excitement in it. You go, but that's really hard. Yeah, do what's hard. You'll be the leader of that industry then. Okay, that's my answer. What's the next question?
How would you recommend I use social media for building up the experience or culture in my business? With COVID, I'm not sure what to post.
Guys.
For context, I run a nonprofit.
Nonprofit, okay. Do we have a name for this? Okay. Guys, put their names. Put your names. I want to shout you out. Because you could also submit your questions anonymously, which is probably a bad thing. I shouldn't let that happen. First of all, you guys keep saying this COVID thing. COVID only affects your business if you think it does. Hold on, I'm gonna drop the tea bag. COVID only affects your business if you think it does. I was on a high-level coaching call for my business, and I remember going on it. I was going to ask the question right in March: how do I continue running ads and do marketing and sell when coronavirus is, everyone's worried about it? Before I could ask this question in this high-level coaching call, another person asked, how do I overcome the objection on my sales calls for people who said, like, I want to preserve my money because of COVID? And the person coaching said, you guys have to stop thinking that anything is an exception to, like, how to sell or overcome an objection. It's not an exception. Coronavirus is not an exception of an objection. It's just another objection. It doesn't mean it's not happening or it's not serious. We're saying in business, if you believe it's an issue, then it is. If you don't, it's not. I'll give you an example. We've made sales in my online course right now, my online business. Not once did any of them, and it's not a cheap program. It's expensive. Not once did I get them say anything about coronavirus. Not once did I get an objection or even a topic about COVID. You know why? Because if you come into my daily life, I forget that it's happening sometimes. I'm like, oh yeah, we're in this quarantine. Because I'm so focused on my business, my goal, it doesn't matter. When I get on the call, the types of people I'm attracting, they don't even talk about COVID. Right? And it's an expensive investment. They're not like, I'm just thinking, no, they just get up like, yeah, I want to do this. Let's do it. Like, because I show up like this. Right? So, COVID is not an issue for your business unless your business is totally dependent on what COVID interfered with. That's different. But majority of your businesses can survive without COVID's impact if you have the ability to do online advertising and stuff like that. But I'm not saying every business, by the way. I'm just saying the ones that can operate without it, it's not an objection. So now you're asking, this person's asking, how do you create great content to build culture with my brand online, social media? Ask it one more time. I want to actually give a good answer to this because we're learning social media here.
Yeah. How would you recommend I use social media for building up the experience or culture in my business? With COVID, I'm not sure what to post. And they run a nonprofit.
Yeah. It would help if I knew what like because I would give actual ideas about the nonprofit. How do I create content for social media? So there's so many ways to create content for social media. One way is what I'm doing here, which I kind of stumbled across. It was kind of an idea, but I realized how effective it is by creating a show or a podcast, taking that 1 hour long show or podcast on a consistent basis and repurposing the content towards create content for like the week or the month. So that is one system that, you know, I'm probably going to teach and coach people to how to do eventually, because it's not easy. It's like easy. It sounds easy to do, but it actually takes a lot of time. You need structure. You need like a lot of systematic systems put in place for it to work. So I would say with the COVID thing, like, first of all, it's not an objection to making content or not. I would just tell you this. Make it to some degree related to COVID. Like, related to the fact, like, make your content relevant. That's what I'm trying to say. So even if it's not COVID, it's something else. Like right now, it's what's going on with George Floyd and Black Lives Matter and all the stuff going on. There's controversy in the air and all this stuff. Like, you don't have to pinpoint content towards that, but make sure you consider the fact that in the world this is happening. So if a pandemic's happening, consider that in your copy, in your graphics, in your marketing, when you're doing content. And what will happen is that you'll look up to date. Like, people will be like, oh, this person knows what's going on. It's a real human being here, like us, you know, that I'm seeing their content. So I would just say make your content relevant. But then to create content, if you're having writer's block or whatever, here's a little trick. I think I gave this, I actually answered something like this on one of the episodes. Go find people in your space for whatever, like the nonprofit organization. Go find people in your space that do something similar, or find like the topic that you are running a business or an organization towards. Go look at what other people are putting on their social media or their content, and find specifically things that you can like not agree with. And what I'm saying, why I say this is like, find something and then create like a polarizing opinion about it. And so when you learn like let's say someone says, let's just say, you know, you're running an organization for creating water in third world countries, you know, creating like clean water. Let's say you find another organization somewhat similar to that, you know, or an organization that helps third world countries, but not water. And they're saying like the number one problem is food or something. You can take that content and let that inspire you to create a opinion about that, a disagreement or an agreement, and create content based around why you think it's actually water and not food. That's a piece of content right there. Like, no, the real problem in third world countries is not clean water, not enough food, you know? So that's another way of creating content, being inspired. Here's another cool thing. You can look up books on your business or your organization or what your subject is that you're looking to promote, and look up books and go into Amazon and scroll down into the comments of the books and like read what people are talking about and saying about that book. And you could take the people's opinions in the marketplace of what they're saying about this book that's the subject or the topic that you're looking to create content on. And from that, again, base off agreements or disagreements, or touch on topics that they're talking about and go deeper into it. You know, so that's another way of doing it. Or you can create a show or a podcast and literally just go live and do your thing. If this is how I like to do, I like to answer questions anonymously, like not knowing what the question is going to be is how I flow best. Some of you are better with creating scripts and preparing content. I like to just go live and talk. So figure out what you like and then put yourself in that creative state. So this is my creative state. And 1 hour of Cleartalk creates me a week of content on every platform you can think about. So this is my little like system I have. If you ever want help with it, don't hesitate to reach out. I can see if I can help you out with it. Or you can go into the field and see what other people are saying and then disagree or agree and create subjects and pieces of content out of that, which I've done as well. I've done that a lot. So it works. I hope that answers the question. What's the next one? We got comments?
Jason says use social media as your billboard, media commercial, and video instruction marketing. People that are interested will see you out.
Yeah, cool. What else we got? What's up to everybody getting on right now and getting on live? We got any other comments?
Jason says, just remember the caskets are referred to as housings.
Yeah.
The industry is unique. My industry is RC tractor trailers. And
Okay.
Jennifer says, for webinar coaching, just simply to live stream or video instructions, video ahead.
Are these pieces of advice?
Kind of.
That's good. Thank you guys for adding more value in the comments.
And upload. Do we need to build ClickFunnels with step by step? So her question is, for webinar coaching, can we just do it live stream, or do you have to make ClickFunnels to do it step by step?
Yeah, it depends on what kind of webinar you're building. If you're doing a live one, you can do a live stream. But what does that even mean? I don't know what you mean by that. And so like, tell me what you mean. Give me context. If you're trying to build an automated webinar, is where you use ClickFunnels. You don't need that unless you do an automated webinar. You don't need ClickFunnels. If you're doing like live, you could just go live. But like, you don't just go live on your Facebook and do a webinar. That's not that smart. You want to put people in a group. You want to take them to a funnel. You want to put them somewhere where they ask to watch the webinar, which is just an online presentation. So Jennifer, if you want help on that, you could just reach out to me. You know that. Because I can't really give you a direct answer here on this. It's too detailed, your question. There's too many things I have to say about your question, which would turn into a coaching session that I don't want to just give you a little bit and then throw you off track and then you think you know what to do, but you're missing like 7-8 pieces of what you need to do after. So if you're on right now, by the way, look, if you're watching YouTube, tell me below, comment in the YouTube section below. Let me know what kind of business you run. Let me know what kind of business you run and what's your goal for 2020. I would love to know. And then let me see if I can respond and help out in any way. What's the next question, Lauren?
What do you pay close attention to, a person's skill or character?
Ooh, good question. Character, hands down, character. I don't care about skill. I don't care about skill at all. I give zero care about your skill. You ever show up and want to work with me, be a client, like even if you want to be a client of mine, I don't care what you've done. I really don't. Like, I don't care your skill set, your talents. I don't care your results. Results will tell me that you have the ability to produce results. But the first thing I care about is your character. Are you an honest person? Do you genuinely work hard? Do you always try to go above and beyond what you're expected of doing? Do you take initiative or do you wait around for someone to tell you what to do? Do you have faith in yourself and other people, or do you have trust issues? Because if you have trust issues, I don't care how skillful you are. Like, you're not in my life. Do you have insecurities? Are you egotistical? I don't care how good you are, what you do. It does not matter to me. So, and the great example is like, even in the team right now, every single person, Imad, Isaiah, and Lauren, when they came here, they did not have, some of them had no skill. I'll be direct with you guys. So Lauren had great skills in writing. Okay, she was a blogger. When I met her, she was a blogger, and she was really intelligent with writing. And so, but I had to now work with her to teach her how to do copywriting. Copywriting and writing are different. You can't just write a blog. I'm like, honestly, in like an alternate reality, Lauren would be like the head of a magazine company. Like, that's how good her writing is. Like, she could literally run like a Time magazine or like a fashion magazine. No, yeah, fashion magazine. Is there one you specifically like? Vogue. Like, she would be the editor of Vogue. Okay, so when she came and met her, like, I'm like, wow, you have all this potential, you have a great blog and everything, but do you know how to sell through your writing? And she's like, no, like, I don't know what that is. I'm like, well, I'm going to show you. I gave her courses on it. I worked with her, and to this day, all the content that you see from me and her, we look over. Like, I look over her work, and I show her like little things. We created little systems on how to even do proper copywriting, on like how to do like structure your content and stuff. And so my thing is, when she came, it wasn't that she was so good at what she did that mattered to me. What mattered to me was her character. You know why? Because she came as a mentee first. Like, she met me, we met each other in our life, and I became a mentor of hers first. So when she would come, I get to see her character. She would come with all these questions and curiosity about life and her own goals. And within 2 months, she put on her own event and executed everything I gave her. She didn't even come to my seminar. She took her mom's notes from my seminar that she went to and executed a whole seminar on her own and made sales from the stage. Like, that wasn't like, the impressive part was that she actually did that. Not that she did it, but like that she was a person that did it. I don't know how to explain that. Like, it's the character she had to actually do what she was given. And that showed me character. I'm like, you have character, you have heart, you have ambition. That's what intrigued me to be like, do you want to be a part of the team? Because I can, it'd be great to have you a part of the team. Right? When Isaiah came, Isaiah just had character. He only had character. Like, it's not that he didn't have skill. I just didn't know he can edit videos or that he could do other things. I didn't know. But when he came here, all he had was desire. He showed me character, honesty, hard work, motivation, inspiration, genuine, just wanting to go the extra mile, wanting to work. So when he came here, I literally taught him how to edit videos, how to make the headlines, this, that, make like good editing, how to color grade and make the videos look good. So like now the YouTube shows you see, all the videos you see on my Instagram were done by Isaiah. They're like professional. They're so well done. But when he came, the first time remember the first video you ever made? he brought me the video. I'm like, okay, here's the video. Go edit it. And I just wanted to see where his skill set's at. He comes like the captions were like not even centered. The picture looked so bad. The headline was like disproportionate. And I looked at him. I'm like, did you do your best? And he looked at me. He's like, I did my best. I'm like, all right, this looks like shit. We're gonna have to fix this. You're gonna have to blurb that out. Sorry, guys. I'm not supposed to. Sorry. But that was honestly what I said. I'm like, look, you got character. Let's build your skill, man. You're gonna get really good at video editing, but this looks bad. And he's like, all right. And that's character. He went, all right. I know. I'm learning. That's character. That's what I'm talking about. You know, some of you are like, Army, that's mean. No. That's mean for an insecure person. I know Isaiah's not insecure. Right? So he can just take the honest truth. Don't even want to fluff it up. This is really good, Isaiah. You did your best. No, you did your best. I'm like, I'm proud of you for that. But your work is crap. We got to fix this. So that's the honest truth. Everybody needs someone like this. So we got better. He got better from scratch. We developed skill because he showed character. I wanted to pour into him everything I knew. And my greatest example is Emad. When he met me, he knew, listen, not only did he not know about marketing, ads, funnels, anything, nothing. He didn't even know the personal development industry. That has to be a next level. I'm like, do you know who Les Brown is? He's like, who's Les Brown? I'm like, what about Zig Ziglar, Tony Robbins? He's like, I don't know who these people are. I'm like, we got a lot of work to do. I'm like, we're in that industry, man. And so he's been with me now. Actually, I was counting. It blows my mind. You know how long you've been here?
A year, 4 months.
Year, 4 or 5 months now, yeah. You came February of last year. So March, April, May, June. Year and 4 months, man. That's insane to me. 16 months you've been here. When he came, he just showed me character. He literally came to me. I didn't ask him. He's like, I want to work here. I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, I want to work here. You know, I want to go. This is the company I want to work with. You have all the. He's like, you have 3 attributes here that I realized I'm making a decision to be here. Number 1 is your business is around public speaking, and I want to be a speaker one day, so it makes sense for me to be here. Number 2, what was it? The number 2 one? I just remember the third one.
I wanted to have the character that you are.
Yeah, the last one he gave me was like, he's like, and I just like you, man. I want to learn from you. I want to work with you, like you, who you are as a person, your character. I want to learn that. And so that was the second. There was a third one or something. The second one was something else. Oh, you wanted a startup? Yeah. He's like, and you're a startup still. Like you haven't exploded yet, so I want to be here, part of the growth, and help you with that. I'm like, all right. So he started with nothing. We tried to get him in sales first. He had character, but he had no skill. Right? He had sales skills. That's why I started him there actually. But that's not even what he stayed for. I got him into marketing, gave him funnels, gave him courses. Within 6 months, he was able to have a whole conversation with me about a funnel, pages, squeeze, everything. So I trained him from scratch. Now he's literally managing all the ads, the tech, the funnel, everything in the back end. But why would they stay here? Because character. He showed heart. He showed dedication. He showed honesty. All these things matter to me, you know? So anyways, that's a good example. So what was the question? What was the question? Because that was.
Oh no, it's what do you pay close attention to?
Yeah.
Person's skill or
character. Yeah, you can build skill. Okay, you can build skill when a person has great character, when they have the right thinking, the right intentions, and they're a good person. You can build skill. They'll learn fast. You can also develop character. Just make sure you know what you're asking for when you say that. I've tried to build character in people. It rarely goes well. You know why? Because the person who doesn't have character, lacks character, lacks integrity, lacks positive attitude, lacks these things, it's usually like a battle. You know, it's a battle. And I've had people with lack of character work for me. And I've tried to inspire them to be, you know, a leader inside, but it's like you're trying to make the penguin fly. You know, you can't. The damn thing only knows how to wobble. It doesn't know how to spread its wings. So we've had some penguins here. We've had some penguins. And look, if you're watching this and you think you're the penguin I'm talking about, if you think it's you that I'm talking about, that means it was that. Because you think you're the penguin. So, but I'm just being honest. And it's not a bad thing, by the way. Penguins are great. They're just good for other things. I don't have a need for penguins here. I'm looking for people that want to fly. I'm looking for people that want to grow in life. They're not just settling for I'm okay with just this much. No. They want to grow. You know, I said to someone recently, I'm like, if you don't think big or want big things in life, you'll be miserable with me. Miserable. You won't be happy. Because if you're looking to just stay where you are and be comfortable, I'm gonna make you so uncomfortable. I'm like always stretching. Once we hit something, I'm like, next thing, let's go. If I do a 500-person seminar, I'm like, thousands coming up next. Like, it's never stopping. You'll constantly be uncomfortable. So I select who needs to be on my team based off what do they want as well. Because, you know, if you're a penguin and I'm like flying like a hawk, it's gonna be like, what am I gonna do? Carry you on a string? Can you just imagine that hawk's flying and the penguin's like this? Just, you know.
Isn't that a sport where?
No, it's not.
Yeah. Like there's a thing and you hold your
Like jet skiing?
like jet skiing.
What is that called?
Jet skiing.
No.
It's not jet skiing.
When you're parasailing,
Parasailing, I guess.
parasailing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be, you know, I don't want to parasail, you know. So my point is, character, it's hard to develop, but you can develop it. The problem is, guys, here's the thing. Someone else usually doesn't develop your character. You develop it yourself. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, skill you can do. You only learn from others. You don't learn on your own. You have to hire an expert, a teacher, someone to teach you the skill. But it's hard to, like, hire someone to teach you character. It's really hard. You know, you have to want it yourself. You have to want to develop character. Because I'm going to drop something right now. I'm dropping something right now. Because character is often built when no one's there. That's why. Usually it's not a person that develops character in you, because character is often built behind closed doors when nobody's watching. When you have no one else telling you what to do is when you really genuinely develop character. What are you doing behind closed doors matters more. Your opinion of yourself is what develops character, and that's totally dependent on what you see yourself doing when no one's watching. That's why, you know, character for me, that means the person did their work inside when they meet me and they have character. I'm like, I'll help you build a life, man. You come here and you got character, I'll help you build a future. Whether it's with me or not, but I'll help you. I'll help you build the skills, the talents, the vision, but you got to have character, you know. So that's why, like, you know, to me, I'm like, the closest thing to having a person help you build character is having a mentor. I have mentorship from my mentors, and they help me build character, you know, but because I want it. So mentorship you can't pay for. You got to just want it, and you get it. Is there comments?
There are a few comments.
What time is it? Where are we at?
57.
12:57.
Oh, it's 3 minutes left. Damn. Give me the comments.
Comments. Jennifer says, right on, trustable, honest. Basically the same.
Yeah. They're describing for me. Thank you so much.
Jason says, trust issues are not bad. It is a sign of a person that has been hurt by people in the past and is now careful of whom they choose to trust. So trust is earned, not given.
Yeah. Okay.
And Jennifer says, oh my God, who is Les Brown?
Jennifer, we got to talk. What's next?
Same things, reiteration, pretty much. Jason says happiness is a choice. Most often you should choose the focus on being content with yourself.
Yeah. Jason. Okay. Jason, I'll leave you with something because I don't have time to answer it right now. If you want to, you can go to askarmy.com and submit a question about trust. Trust issues are not a good thing. It's called an issue for a reason. And there's no nobility or honor or peace of mind and being cautious and skeptical of people you meet. That just means you've allowed fear to convince you that you can't trust others. That's a fear-based thinking. It's not faith-based. And so the cure to this is simple. There's a book I would tell you to go read called The Speed of Trust, or The Art of Trust, or something like that. I haven't even read it. I just remember a close friend of mine 5-6 years ago told me, I read this book called The Speed of Trust, and pretty much explained to me and convinced me that if I just learned how to trust people off the bat instead of getting them to earn it, everything moves faster and it actually works out better in the long run. Maybe in the short term you get messed up a couple times, but in the long run it actually works better for you. I would challenge you to go read that book and see if it helps you out. The Speed of Trust. And essentially the essence is this. I have people earn my willingness to help them because that's called character. But I never ever distrust people. Here's how I start. I give people all my trust. And then if they ever do something to give me this damn, you just did that, it's a red flag, I lose my trust with them. So in that essence, what I do is I start people at 100% with me. And I give you the benefit of the doubt, the faith, all in advance so that you, if you're a good person, you get it right away. We connect faster. If you're not, if you're intentionally dishonest, you're going to chip away at this at some point. And that's when I realize, okay, you just lost the thing I gave you. So I like this better because I live more peacefully this way because I don't have to always watch my corner and my back. And when you have trust issues, you can't live peacefully because you can't trust anybody. So I realize it's worse for me to not trust people than it is for what they can do to me. That was deep. Listen to what I just said. Go read that book. So now we got to end this up. Look, guys, thank you for getting on the show. This is the #1 show for entrepreneurs who need clarity. I'm your host, Armin Shaffi. If you have questions, go to askarmin.com and submit your questions there. Hit that subscribe button if you like what you heard today, and hit that little notification bell on YouTube. If you're on Instagram, send this to somebody. On Facebook, share this so that people can hear this message. I love you so much, and make the rest of your week the best of your week.